Our next speaker is Tim Barringer. Tim is the Paul Mellon Professor in the History of Art at Yale. He is the co-chair of the University Advisory Council of the Yale New Haven Teachers Institute and is leading his 5th seminar. Tim will talk today about establishing collegiality and the role of the seminar leader. Tim.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Sharon. That was a nice one. Yeah, great. It's so nice to be in a room full of teachers. As I always say, and it's great to see so many new faces. This is fantastic. As I've said, some of you will have heard me say before, I always start with greetings from my dad. He's now 91. He trained as a teacher in 1952 and spent his whole life in the classroom. And he said, lucky you to be spending some time with nice teachers. And I agree with that. It's fantastic. I grew up with teachers. Great to see you guys. Really nice to be here. I am stressed and exhausted. I know you are, we all are. So this is a very special year for the Institute. You know, we need to, it's collegiality, we can build that among ourselves. We can't count on it in the wider world as it is at the moment. So I looked at my notes from last year and I thought, actually, this is different. This is different because what we do is being criticized and is under suspicion in the wider world, in the media. The idea that diversity, which I feel in this room and I know you feel in your classroom, is somehow something that should be suspect, is out there. So we need to form a community to support each other. And I had basically 2 things to say. One, what you will experience is not a Yale seminar. And 2, what you will experience is a Yale seminar. So, and that's a classic piece of Yale, a contradiction. But the point is that it's not a seminar taught by a professor with students getting a grade and you know, that big divide in the room between the person who knows everything and the people who know nothing. That is not what we're doing here. We are doing what a Yale seminar actually at its best is, which is a bunch of people sitting in a room closing the door and creating a community in which we all together can think through a topic to allow you to write something which is the best thing you can write, which really digs deep into where you wish you could be if only you had time to sit and think and just close out all the noise in the world. That's what a Yale seminar should be, and actually often is with our lucky students. The incredible thing about these groups of people is that you all bring to us stuff that we don't know. I learn every year about how to teach. My seminars with my students in the year are much better after the summer session because I think about new ways to teach. You guys know how to teach. Hopefully we can bring some subject expertise to allow you to think through a topic that interests you and to help you find some readings. And I think one of the big things is that, yes, the writing monster, but it's like my cat, the writing monster before it's hungry becomes the charming one to sleep on the end of your bed when it's had its breakfast. So what we have to do is just like tame that beast and, you know, enjoy writing, right? And just enjoy it because it's not necessarily something you guys have to do every day in the way that our undergraduates do. And so it might take a little bit of time to get back into it. But we are here both in the seminar group together and in our individual consultations. And then, you know, you have also your coordinators. There are all kinds of ways to just loosen up. And the main thing is just to enjoy writing these curriculum units and also write them in a way that would be useful for someone like you. So you're not actually writing a PhD in philosophy, which no one can understand. You're writing something which is intended to be communicate itself to the world out there. So really, our seminar rooms are a safe space for us all to think together about what we do, about the things we've read, about these amazing topics of all the different, and you've got a fabulous group of Yale folk here to share ideas with. Let's make this a safe space. Nobody should feel they can't say anything. Nobody should ever feel that anything, I would say nothing is too dumb for art history. We basically point at pictures and say, look at the red bit, But nobody ever said that before. But you're just having the nerve to say it. Don't feel that your voice is not valued, because it is. And you know something, and you intuit something that nobody else in that room does, so say it. And if it's wrong, maybe we'll think about how it's wrong and how you can fix it or whatever. But the point is that it's a safe space, and that we all respect each other. We're all educators together, so let's educate each other. And I think we'll all enjoy doing that. So that's all I have to say. It's great to see you. I look forward to meeting you all. Thanks.